Hey everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping video. This is for the week of January 12th through the 18th, and that marked 3 years of marriage for my husband and I. So I used leftovers from a Bunny Bear Plans kit that I used last year for our friend's wedding. It was called Always You. I don't believe she sells this one anymore, unfortunately. I wish I had picked up an extra because very few shops are carrying this art now. And this is probably my favorite wedding art that ever came out. It's by Kitnish Jess, and I did use Kitnish Jess art for my own wedding, but that color scheme is not my favorite. Like, I liked it because it was a lot of green, but this one is like my all-time favorite that I've seen of the wedding art. So, I'm a little disappointed it wasn't around back when I did get married, and now I've used up this kit twice. So now I'm like, I need to figure out how I can get an extra one of these kits, or at least this art. And I did have the extra color of green as well, because personally, I'm not a fan of very monochromatic kits. I feel like I am an outlier in the planner community. Like, a lot of people like a lot of pink. I don't. So I like adding in an alternate color when kits are a little too pink or a little too blush or peach or whatever. I just prefer there to be more contrast in the colors. So I had the extra green color, I had the extra bride boxes, and then I had 3 regular full boxes left over from the kit that I saved kind of on purpose. So I wanted to save the vow book box that's in the upper left-hand corner for our anniversary. I wanted to save the cake box because, another unpopular opinion, I actually love a wedding cake. I know people are kind of hating on wedding cake lately, the past like 10 years, but I love wedding cake. I would rather have cake at the wedding than like anything else. Yeah, that's just me. So I had cake at my own wedding because that's all I can control. And then, yeah, I had another box that had like a stack of cannolis or something like that. I paired this with some underlays from Magical Sticker Co. in the Winter Berries pattern with gold sequins foil. I talked about this in my lineup and probably in the haul of this as well, but I love kind of a dimensional foil pattern instead of just a flat foil pattern. So that makes it extra sparkly and fun. This marks 2 weeks in a row of 2026 of using underlays, when I think I used underlays maybe once or twice last year in 2025. So I'm liking the look of it. Like I talked about in a previous video, I just don't necessarily have like the time and mental energy to like pair foil with every single kit. That's just a little much for me, especially because I'm really enjoying being quite up to date in my planner, and sometimes I might switch out a kit at the last minute, and so I don't have foil for it. So yeah, I've been using foil for special weeks, and then if I feel like it, and I think that's working out well for me. So I didn't have enough underlays to fill out like the whole spread. I had 1 open box on Saturday because I didn't have all the full boxes, obviously, and then there's only 16 underlays. So I have a little bit of less sparkly space on Saturday, but that is okay. And I didn't have glitter headers like 3 on every single day just because of what I had left over from the kit. So I didn't use this maroon color originally when I used this kit. It didn't at the time look good to me. In the winter time, it looks a lot better to me. So we brought in that color this time, especially because it had this cute heart pattern that reminded me of anniversaries and Valentine's Day coming up and all of that. My anniversary is January 14th, so it's always exactly 1 month until Valentine's Day. I think that's kind of funny. That was not planned that way, but that's just what happened. And then it's 4 months before my birthday, so that's kind of funny. And 3 months before my kitten Clover's birthday, so lots of 14s have significant dates on the calendar. So yeah, I brought in that maroon color, and then I had used the cream color before, so I only had a couple of glitter headers for that, and then I used the 2 like kind of mauve color glitter headers on Thursday, and then I had still a whole sheet of the extra green color, so I was able to pull in 3 glitter headers for each of those. And then the remaining glitter headers that weren't green, I used those in the sidebar along with a habit tracker. This is me trying to like figure out my spacing here. I've been using a lot of this the last year or so, where I am like laying out stickers in the full box leftover sheet after it's empty, because that helps me figure out if what I'm trying to do actually fits on the page. I am not naturally gifted in terms of like looking at a space and figuring out what fits in there. It's just not how my brain works. My husband can do that. He has more of like an engineering brain. He's not an engineer, but like I think he could be, honestly. I would never be able to. or like an architect or something like that. I cannot look at a space and figure out what the heck is supposed to fit in it. So I have to be very manual, and like I learn by actually putting things down in a space. So yeah, I have a habit tracker. I had to pull in a weekly checklist from my leftovers collection because these kits don't come with them. I can't remember if new versions of Bunny Bear Plans kits come with weekly checklists. If they don't, I might offer that as a suggestion for her. I don't know if other people use them a lot. I still use them a lot because I like marking dinners, and especially on a week like this where we went out to a special dinner for our anniversary, I do like to remember what I ate. We love food over here, so gotta commemorate that. I did use the weekend banner. Not every kit I have comes with a weekend banner nowadays, so when I like the weekend banner, I use it. And then I had this gold foil overlay from like a Scribble Prints grab bag or whatever, because I wanted to cover up or make the maroon color a little more vibrant. I do stand by what I said when I hauled this kit a while back, that I think the maroon labels could have been more reddish or more bright the way the color is in the full boxes. Sorry, my cat is playing with a toy behind me. I think she found the fish toy that crinkles a lot, which good for her, because like sometimes my cats, like I swear, hide toys and then they know where they are. I have no idea where they are, and then suddenly the toy reappears and I'm like, where was that this whole time? Who knows? There was lots and lots of deco left over, so I pulled all of that in. There were a couple of pieces that didn't cut correctly. I have not had that issue with other Bunny Bear Plans kits that I've bought though, so that's fine. I think this was just a fluke, but I did have to surrender a couple of little pieces of deco because they just didn't really have their sticker paper on them anymore. I did glue down one piece right here with my tape runner just to make it work, but the other bits I had to just leave alone because I'm like, you know what, we got enough deco on here. And then I pulled in an old Simply a Mess, who is closed now, freebie quote sheet, because there were 2 quotes on here from When Harry Met Sally, and my husband finally watched When Harry Met Sally this weekend. It's free on YouTube with ads if you like it. You know where to find it now. So yeah, we watched that on Saturday. So I wanted to pull in those quotes. So I have a quote of how I'll have what she's having on Tuesday, and then the waiter, there's too much pepper in my paprikash on Friday. Yeah, my husband liked the movie. I was surprised. I was a little worried. You know, it's a movie from 1989. I haven't watched it in a long time. So I'm like, I don't know, is this going to hold up? It's actually still quite funny. So that's good. And my husband really enjoyed it. So I thought that was cool too. But yeah, it was on my mind because when Stranger Things ended in 1989. So on New Year's Eve, I was like, oh my God, we should watch When Harry Met Sally. But then I couldn't find it on the YouTube app on the TV. So we had to connect my husband's computer to the TV in order to watch it at home this week. But yeah, and then also it came to mind because obviously Rob Reiner passed away late last year. So yeah, that was our tribute to him. So yeah, I just added little bits of gold foil on some of the boxes. I have a whole like leftover collection of freebies of gold foil and deco from old foil bundles and all that type of thing. Well, let's go ahead and get into the day by day. I didn't mark anything in the sidebar this week because there wasn't really anything. So I marked first on Monday that I wrapped both my husband's anniversary gift as well as his birthday gift because I had it all in stock at this point. His birthday's not till mid-February, but I just figured I'd wrap everything this day since I had it in my possession. So I can tell you what I got him for our anniversary. I'm not going to tell you what I got him for his birthday because that has not passed yet. So I want it to be a surprise. Obviously, he doesn't watch here, I don't think. If you do, hey, leave a comment down below. Like he knows about this, but like he doesn't watch these videos. But yeah, for our anniversary, I got him like a little leather like tray that he can put like his glasses and bits and bobs in on his nightstand. So he really liked that. I was surprised he liked it or how much he liked it, but I'm glad that he did. And then I was doing syllabus planning and lesson planning this day because I had class the next day, the first class of the semester. I had therapy, I did yoga, and then I voiced over a plan with me. So I think I was in early December at this point, which felt good because this was early January. Then I filmed my January monthly plan with me, which was a bit late, but you know, better late than never. And my legs were super itchy this day. So it was weird because we came home from Puerto Rico 4 days prior to this, but for some reason my legs didn't start itching until this day. So for a second there, we thought we might have bed bugs. So we like threw all our luggage and laundry and everything out in the garage. Luckily, it wasn't that. I think it was either, I think mosquitoes are different in Puerto Rico. I think they're smaller, so you don't notice them. Or there's these things, I forget what their like real name is, but people call them no-see-ums. And I definitely remember at the ferry terminal in Saiba, because it was raining, there were all these like these tiny, tiny little bugs biting at my legs. But for some reason, it didn't affect me until this day. So it went away eventually, but the next couple of days, I was really itchy, especially on my legs, and it was quite uncomfortable. It was just weird that it takes like so many days to kick in. Like it took like a full week of me being knowledgeable that something had bit me. And then I guess the anesthetic that they have must have worn off or something. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. I did watch the Stranger Things documentary, One Last Adventure, this night. I enjoyed it, but then again, I enjoyed season 5. So take that with a grain of salt. I thought it was hilarious / sad how many people online who I don't know, but are just chronically online, went to the effort of watching this 2-hour documentary for a season that they hated, just so they could like comment on Reddit how much they hated it. I'm like, you need to focus more on things that you like. Like, why are you spending that many hours of your life on something you don't like? That's disturbing to me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. So if you liked season 5 or you're just curious about stuff that happened with the last season, like I would recommend watching it. Tuesday, there was very heavy fog, and this happened for the next like 3 weeks on my commute. It was very scary to drive to work because part of my commute just had fog where it's like the visibility was like a quarter mile in front of us. So that was not fun, but it was the first day of school at one of the colleges where I teach. So met my new students. So far that's going well. Came home and did some more yoga, voiced over another Christmas time plan with me, and then ended the day by watching Great British Bake Off. Wednesday was our 3rd wedding anniversary. I used like the last of my couple wedding stickers from Papershire that I ordered like 3 or 4 years ago when we got engaged. So that's from Papershire. The balloon is from the Prairie Planner, and then the anniversary script is from Caress Press that was on a freebie. I also wanted to mark that Clover was being really cute this day, so she was like head booping me, like head-butting my legs with her head. It was really cute, and sat on the couch with me at night and just was being really adorable this day. I worked out again. I voiced over another plan with me. I was on a roll this week. I was exercising. I was just cranking out the plan with me. I think I was just ready to be done with 2025. I was on it. Oh, also, I didn't have to work this day because only one of my classes had started at this point. But I got ready for dinner, so I curled my hair and did makeup and all of that. And then we went to, I'm pretty sure this was my first like Michelin restaurant experience. There's a restaurant here in Sacramento called Canon, so Canon, just one N, and it was really good. We kind of went ham. I think we were coming off of the vacation high and needing to like romanticize our town that we live in, so we spent a lot of money this night, but I don't regret it. It was really good. We got smoked salmon beignets. We got the assorted pickles because they caught my husband's attention, and I actually ended up enjoying them as well. So what that meant was they had pickled cucumber, of course, but then I really liked the pickled pineapple. I think it was like pickled Szechuan pineapple, and the green beans. The pickled green beans were really good as well. So that was kind of like our small plates. We got this scallop crudo, which was not what I was expecting at all. I don't even know how to explain what it was. Didn't love that as much. And then the star of the show was we got the crispy lamb pave with this winter vegetable salad. So we don't normally eat lamb that often. Really, the last time I ate lamb for the first time in a while is when we were in New Zealand, because if you eat meat and you go to New Zealand, you have to try the lamb. It's just, you have to. So I don't really eat lamb when I'm in the US most of the time. But yeah, this was really good. And then I really was surprised by the winter vegetable salad. It had like, I think, carrots and some sort of squash, probably either a radish or like jicama maybe, and then pomegranate. It was really good. So that was a really nice experience. And it was nice to have that in our own backyard here in Sacramento. So I can't say we'll be back anytime soon because that was meant for a very special occasion, but it was a good experience. I would recommend it. if you're kind of foodie like we are. Thursday, I marked having to take allergy medication because I was having a hard time adjusting back to being in Sacramento. Like, I at first thought I was getting a cold, but then I realized it was just that the air quality was crap this week because of the fog. So yeah, marked the heavy fog on Thursday as well. Went and taught my class. Then I had to return a phone case at Target this day because I ordered it online, and I swear I had ordered it for the 12 mini, which is the phone that I use. Yes, I have a very old phone, but it works well still, so I'm not getting rid of it. But my phone case totally fell apart, and it was like flapping around everywhere when we were in Puerto Rico. So I ordered one online. For some reason, ordered the wrong size, had to go return it. Also had to go pick up, or no, I think I was checking to see if they had any in stock. I ended up ordering a different one online. It's all figured out now. I was feeling kind of stressed this day for some reason. I think just getting back into the swing of things for school. And then we opened our anniversary gifts this night. So like I already told you what I got my husband. He got me a locket because that's something he gave me after our first year of dating. And he's like, I feel like you need an updated one. So he got me a pretty locket with like some dried flowers in under the resin. And then our photo is in there too. So that was cute. Watched more Great British Bake Off. And then moving on to Friday, I did laundry. I had to do syllabus planning for the class that was going to start the next week, so I did that. I'm not going to talk about what the folder is for just yet. I will update you if I get an update soon. And then I was just printing off some photos from some of our previous trips over the last couple of years. So our honeymoon, which is in Hawaii 3 years ago, New Zealand, which was about a year ago now. And then I was also printing some photos of like family just from like my siblings' graduations last year and all of that. And then I believe I printed off a couple of photos from Puerto Rico as well, or at least one that I was going to put in this planner. So yeah, I was doing that. And then this night, or this weekend and the next weekend, the Lord of the Rings movies were in theaters. So we went and saw Fellowship of the Ring because 2 years ago, I think, we saw Two Towers in theaters. So whenever these movies are in theaters for certain anniversaries, I'm not going to go see all three in the same weekend. That's like too much sitting in a movie theater. These are long movies. And I didn't know that they were going to do the extended edition for the theatrical showing. So this went on for a little bit long. Like, you really got to love Lord of the Rings, like, a lot to sit through this. I think an intermission would be helpful. But anyway, that sticker's from Planet Hannah. And the first sticker that I said for the whole video, I mentioned where it's from. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that it was still basketball season though. Like, it's been basketball season and it will be for a while longer. And we went to the theater near the Golden One Center. So getting into the parking garage took a while, but we made it there just in time to get our Pizza Hut and a beer and sit down. So that was a good time. Saturday, it was really foggy in the morning. It cleared up in the evening. Or in the afternoon, I should say. I sent some emails to my various HR departments, which just reminds me, as of today, I still have not heard back from either of them. So I'm going to have to bug some people. I had some important questions about stuff. So I'm going to have to go bug them again. And then I had delayed posting to my personal Instagram stories about our Puerto Rico trip. So that's just something I've been doing when I travel now, is like not letting the general public, not the public because that account's private, but like not letting people know I'm out of town until I'm back, basically. And this day I had finished posting, updating like my Instagram stories. And then that's when it kind of hit me that the trip was really over. So I was riding the high of this trip like this week until it got to this point. And I'm like, okay, now it's really done. Now it's back to real life. So yes, just trying to find the beauty in everyday life as well. But yeah, I filmed a plan with me. I was reading my book, and then my husband had edited our wedding video into like an hour-long little feature film. So we watched that this night. It was very cute. And then, like I said, we watched When Harry Met Sally. Sunday, it was foggy again. I played with the cats. I got an almond croissant from one of our local bakeries. And then I set up my silhouette and printed off my first ever printable kit that was cut by a silhouette. So that was a lot of fun. Took a little bit of a learning curve, but we got through it. And then I finished The Women Behind the Door, my book, this day. So I liked it. I would recommend it. It's definitely got a lot of trauma in it, so trigger warning for all of that, but I think it's an important read. And then I watched Great British Bake Off, and then my husband had gotten this hot chocolate bomb and like a Secret Santa or something at work, so I tried it. I think I just like the way that I make hot chocolate because it's easier, but yeah. That is the week. I really, really love how this turned out with the color blocking. I'm glad that I was able to still do that even with leftovers because I had extra stuff for the kit. I hope you all are doing well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.